So whenever I'm spending or whenever something happens, I ask myself, when I'm spending, is that going to my asset or my liability column?
If I'm going to be standing in queue, right, for the whole day to only save 5 rand, for me it doesn't really make sense.
Because some people actually go through this adrenaline rush, buy everything, and then only to get home with things that they didn't need. We're quite excited, man. Tell us, what do you have?
It's a Black Friday. It's a Black Friday with Nongwell.
Man, the streets are buzzing, man. Everybody's on that. I want that. I need that. I'm gonna get that.
I mean, come, get off. This is mine. Type of thing, right? So now I got something for Black Friday.
What did you get?
Someone got me something for Black Friday.
Was it negotiated?
I mean,
is it an asset?
I mean,
is it a liability?
I mean,
so tell us, man. You need to inform us. What did you get?
Oh no, you'll get to know at the end of the video.
Okay. So guys, we'd like to know your thoughts about Black Friday. Do you think it's a good thing? Because we've been seeing in the social media streets, man, people have conflicted views. Some people think it's a good thing, others think it's quite bad. So now, today we'll be deliberating, we'll be getting in it. Black Friday.
So what are your thoughts on Black Friday?
Man, I mean, I love accounting. I think accounting applies everywhere.
Yes.
Numbers apply everywhere in my life, man. If you know me, you know that numbers, with those numbers, that's why my name is Neo. It's Neo for numbers. I'm the numbers guy. So, so the thing with Black Friday, I always have asset column and a liability column. So whenever I'm spending or whenever something happens, I ask myself, when I'm spending, is that going to my asset or my liability column? Now, the thing is, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong and say, no, this guy doesn't have liabilities. He's only always investing or thinking about investments. No. I am like another person. I am like somebody else who'd actually invest in liability. However, smartly so. I will never, ever overpopulate my liability column. What am I saying when I'm saying overpopulate my liability column? For instance, if I know that Black Friday is around the corner, I'll be like, hey man, you know, the fridge is boring me. Just because Black Friday is around the corner, I'm saying, I hate that fridge, man.
Needs to go.
Man, that fridge smells.
I don't like it anymore.
That fridge doesn't have flowers.
Oh my God.
I want to touch it and then see what's happening inside.
I want it to smell like flowers.
I mean, if it is an operating fridge and then there's no problem with it, I don't see why every year I should be buying fridges.
Because it's Black Friday.
Because it's Black Friday. I mean, when you come and visit me after 20 years, you'll be seeing 20 fridges. You'll be asking me, what's happening, man? Did I open a store or something? So I think that we should plan it very carefully so. Especially when we're talking about if we're going to be investing in liabilities. Because now there's some things, for instance, like your food. You know that it's discounted and then you already planned it, that I'll be spending a budget of so much. And then it will be, even though it will be in my liability column, however, I'll be spending so much. But now, knowing me, I love investing in the asset column. So if it's Black Friday and I know that I'll be this thing that I'm investing in, this particular product that I'll be investing in, it will increase my asset column. The thing that I love about asset column is that it will be bringing money to me. That I am for sure. I am for it.
Yes. So now my thoughts is that on Black Friday is that, I mean, there's the time element, right? If I'm going to be standing in queue, right, for the whole day to only save 5 rand, for me it doesn't really make sense, right? But now once you start talking about, okay, you're standing in queue to save 100,000 rands, right? Now you're starting to be interesting, right? That, okay, say for instance, if I hadn't gotten this thing that would have saved me 1,000 rand, would it be really good for me to stand in line for that particular thing? That's my thinking behind Black Friday. I mean, if something is really going to save you a lot of money, a whole lot of money, probably for someone, I mean, it all depends on everyone, right? For you, it might be, okay, 1,000 bucks would be okay. I would be okay to stand in line for 1,000 bucks.
True.
And for me, I would be like, man, I'm okay standing in line for 200 bucks, right? So now it totally depends on you, right? And as you said, it has to be something that I've always wanted, right? So now if I've always wanted a TV and I don't have a TV anymore, right? Going to the Black Friday and actually participating, saving 2 grand, right? That would be a reason for me to go to Black Friday, right? But now what happens when you get to the shop is that the psychology behind it, when you see everyone grabbing everything, right?
Sure.
You also want to try to grab everything, okay? You got the TV that you wanted. Now, oh my God, you see these earphones that you want, right? Oh my God, this thing is also on sale. So now everything is on sale. So now once everything starts being on sale, the name sale, right, actually drives you towards getting something, right? So now if everything is on sale, guess what's going to happen to you? You end up buying everything.
Sure.
Some people actually max out their credit card.
Sure. So are you trying to say that this is rather a psychological game?
I feel like somewhere, somehow, right, it was thought through of it being a psychology game. I mean, think about it, right? Once you start seeing people actually grabbing a lot of things, right, you don't actually have to think about it.
Sure.
What's going to happen is that, okay, you're thinking that, oh my God, everybody's going for everything, right? Let me see how many things I can actually get for Black Friday.
So now in terms of how do I, if I want to avoid such a scenario, do I plan correctly so that with this particular shop has this product and I can see that it's something that I've always wanted,
Yes.
I'm going for that thing only?
Definitely. I think that's the way I'd actually go about it, right? And with the thing that I got for my Black Friday, right, it was actually somehow like that.
Do you want to tell us about that thing? Because I'm sure the people are quite curious. What is that thing?
You need to wait until the rest of the video, then you'll know what I got for Black Friday.
But you can tell. So you're telling us that you were in line for it and you spent something like an hour for it?
I mean, I'll tell you later on what I got and what happened.
So that's the thing about Black Friday, guys. So we'd like to know your thoughts. What have you invested in Black Friday? Are you happy with what you invested in? Are you happy with it in terms of us drawing the dots, connecting it, looking back? Because some people actually go through this adrenaline rush, buy everything, and then only to get home with
things that they didn't need. You find someone getting home and say, man, I didn't need this. Did I really buy this?
So now I'm looking at the times that we're currently in, right?
Yes.
And you know that it's tech and we buy things online. Do you think that will actually have an impact towards Black Friday and how shopping is done?
I mean, that's a tough one, hey? That's a tough one. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I need to know your thoughts, man. You're the guy who hates lines, so I'm giving you a solution already, so you should be for it.
I mean, if I'm going to order online, right?
Yeah.
And something comes online, I mean, it's a good one, right? It's a good one because then you don't have to actually wait in line.
You don't.
But now I'm someone that's really traditional, right? I like going to the mall, seeing people, right? Seeing customer behavior.
Yeah, he loves
And
pushing
actually,
people.
Oh no.
All of that. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no. I like going to the mall and seeing people, right? And engaging with people.
Okay.
Seeing what I'm actually going to buy. I like physically touching the thing that I'm actually going to buy. So now once I order something online, I have to have seen it. You see? So now say for instance, I'm looking for this particular camera, right?
Okay.
And I actually see it, I can touch it, I can see the picture quality that it has, right? Then I can order it online. But now I'm really skeptical of ordering something online and then bringing it to me only to find out that I don't need this. Then I have to give it back to them and then wait for another waiting period to actually come back.
True.
So now going back to the thing on Black Friday and online, I think that's a beautiful way of actually getting things online at a discount rate.
True. Man, I mean, for me, I think online is the solution. That's for me.
Yeah.
But now I'd like to hear what people think. Is the online route, will it save them more? Because now you know that I want this camera,
Yes.
I want this bicycle, and I want this Christmas tree. That's it.
But you know what happens online, right? What happens online is that they second. I don't know if this is a term that is actually out there, but they second-hand sell you, right? So now what they do is that they actually give you all the sales that's coming out, right? So now say for instance, before you actually go to the sale, to the thing that you actually want,
Yeah.
you already have 10 discounted things which are the most selling, right? So now what happens is that when you go onto their sites, they already have 10 bestsellers on their website. So now by the time you reach the search part, you already went through those 10 things. So now that also helps them push their sales, because now if you see something that says 50% off, directly when you go in they say 60% off this particular camera. I mean, it would be hard for you to actually resist if you've always wanted a camera but it wasn't in the budget.
True. I think the thing with that one is just discipline. The reason why I'm for online is that I've got discipline and he kind of lacks it a bit. That's why when things pop up, I've seen him. Something just popped up there and he was like, oh, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. But we shall forgive him for that. We shall forgive him for that. Tell us. We're quite excited, man. Tell us, what do you have?
Okay, so now yesterday, right? Yesterday was a day of preparation of the Black Friday, right? We had to stretch and see what we're getting for this Black Friday.
Because the lines were long, man. You're gonna wait.
So now this wasn't really planned, right? So now what happened is that I went to the mall with this particular person, right?
Okay, do you want to tell us who's this person? I want to skip.
Let's leave it, right? We went to the mall with this particular person and it's about to be my birthday, right? And I mean, this was something that I've really wanted for a long time.
It sounds interesting.
Yes, it's something that I've really wanted for a long time. I mean, I could buy it, but I wanted the right moment to buy it, right? But now, this particular person actually saw that I love this thing, right? So now we went to the mall and we went to this store, right? Funny enough, I mean, this is a topic for another day. The store was empty, but it had a sale.
What is the store?
It was empty, but it has a sale.
Is this on a Black Friday?
It's on a Black Friday.
And it was empty.
The store was empty.
I can guess.
But it had a sale.
I can guess. Do you want to guess?
What do you think that store is?
You want to tell us about the store?
What is the store?
On a heavy sale, it was so empty that he didn't even hesitate. The guy was always complaining about time and queues.
I mean, there was no queue, man. There was nothing. I mean, there were like less than 10 people.
That means there's something special about the store.
There were more employees than there were
customers at that point in time. Wow.
And that store is what? A bookstore, right? So now this is what they got me for my Black Friday.
Wow. Wow. Man, I don't want to lie. I was so jealous when the guy came through with this gift. It's so special. You know, when somebody buys your book, this is something that I truly believe in. If somebody buys you a book, that person really cares about you. That person wants you to do well. That person is setting you up for success.
Don't be emotional, brother. Don't be
emotional. So you should know that whoever bought you this book is setting you up for success.
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely. And I really appreciate it, right? So now that's what I got for Black Friday. What did you get for Black Friday? Please post down below and be sure to subscribe. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Nongwell, signing out.